Going into the season, everyone is talking about the Philadelphia Phillies and their rotation. Roy Halladay, Roy Oswalt, Cole Hamels, Cliff Lee. People are talking about, will this be the greatest rotation in baseball history? That's what the next 6 months is going to be all about. Certainly the San Francisco Giants came out of nowhere last year, surprised a lot of people, made a lot of people happy to see the Giants win the World Series. Tim Lincecum, two-time Cy Young winner, Matt Cain, the rest of the rotation. We do think it's going to be the year of the pitcher again. Things have tilted that way. The pitchers are younger, stronger, better. We would look for another year of the pitcher. Probably the oldest but also truest cliche in baseball history is good pitching stops good hitting. I think the Giants, with their pitching, especially their closer, Brian Wilson, who's coming back from a little bit of an injury, but their rotation, they are right at the top level right now. Again, the Phillies are getting all the attention because of their 4 stars. They're all-stars. Guys are talking about Cy Youngs and MVPs and whatnot. But the Giants are right there. A little north of Chicago, in Miller Park, that we have the Milwaukee Brewers. They finished below 500 last year. They retooled their roster. They got Zach Greinke from Kansas City. I like Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee could be a real surprise. They could win the NL Central. That division is a weakened this year. The 20-game winner, Adam Wainwright of St. Louis, is injured. He's out for the year. Cincinnati was a sleeper last year. They won't surprise anybody this year. Maybe Milwaukee to go from below 500 into the playoffs. I think a lot of fans were excited to see someone besides the Yankees or Red Sox get into the World Series last year. The Texas Rangers were a nice surprise. Had a lot of players, got a lot of exposure. Josh Hamilton, Neftali Feliz, a whole lot of players. Were we going to see that again? I'm not sure. The Red Sox, as they always do, have reloaded. They have Adrian Gonzalez. They have Carl Crawford. They are better this year. Their pitching should be better. The New York Yankees missed out on Cliff Lee, a rare loss for them in the offseason, but they have Rafael Soriano in the bullpen, a very strong team also. I would think Yankees and Red Sox. Texas might fall back a little bit this year. Tampa Bay, which got hurt, they lost a lot of people in the bullpen. They've added Manny Ramirez and Johnny Damon. It will be a fun team to watch. People traditionally in the American League look for the wild card to come from the East. That said, the American League Central that has Minnesota, a very solid team, also Detroit, possibly even the Chicago White Sox. I definitely think the wild card could come from the AL Central this season. Anytime teams or managers or executives tell you, that's not going to be a problem this year, that usually means that's going to be a big problem this year. And I think with Albert Pujols and not having a contract for next year, I think that will hover over the Cardinals all season long, and that will be a cloud. Now, he might put up even bigger numbers than before, but we'll have to see how he handles it. I do think it will be problems. This season is also a year of old and new. We had Derek Jeter last year, who had a down year, especially by Jeterian standards, led to some testy contract negotiations. How will he do this season? We also have Chipper Jones in his upper 30s, devastating knee injury. He came back and had a good spring training. We'll see how he does. And of course, you're always talking about rookies. The Braves have a first baseman, Freddie Freeman. I really like him, a big, strong hitter. Also, the Yankees have a catcher, Jesus Montero. He got sent down to the minors, but I think we will see him at some point this year.